Hi everyone, my name is Chris. I'm the product manager for the release stage. I'm here with Emily, product designer for the release stage. And so this is the release 15.9 planning issue. The goals and themes for the milestone are usability improvements from a recent benchmark study that we did to improve our the usability of our workflows, and finishing deploy approval configuration migration. So we'll go into a little bit more detail on that. And then some specific issues that we're taking on this milestone. So quite a few deliverables across the different priorities. You'll just notice in the P1 list quite a few issues, but a lot of them are carryovers actually. So we've made a lot of progress on those, and we're planning to wrap those up this milestone, and then quite a few new ones as well for the milestone. So I won't go over all of these, but I'll touch on kind of the major features that we're planning to work on. And a lot of them, the ones that we're carrying over, I won't go over because we've discussed them already in the previous call. All right, so the first of the three P1 usability issues that we're taking on, this is give users more feedback when they have successfully created a release. So one of the major pieces of feedback and findings that we found during the benchmark study is that users were a little confused in terms of making sure that they've actually created a new release as part of the create a release workflow. We want to make this, we want to improve this and give them essentially more feedback and kind of positive feedback in terms of creating the release successfully. So we're hoping to complete this soon. Next one is provide a way to easily navigate to the protected environment setting through the environments page. So this one came up again also in the benchmark study. And what we found is that today, if you are looking at an environment that's protected, it's a little difficult to connect or to even know how to actually protect it or change settings about the protected status, including adding approvers or setting up deploy approvals. So we want to make this a lot clearer for our users, so they if they're in environments, they can kind of get help and easily be able to navigate to the right page. And so what that looks like for MVC is now in the edit environment page, which is an action that they can click from an environment. We'll have this message that says to protect this environment, you can visit the protected environment section within the CI/CD settings. So MVC changed to at least to surface this and to help them navigate over to that page. Right, so the next one is allow JSON evidence collection files to open up within a separate tab of a user's web browser. So we found this again from the benchmark study, and users were surprised when they clicked the link for the release evidence that it actually downloaded the file, opened it up in another application. So we want to change the behavior, make it something a little bit more intuitive, and in which case, or in this case, actually had the link open up in a new tab and then display it. So something a little bit more intuitive and kind of natural, and so they won't be surprised by sort of this download as it currently behaves today. All right, so the next one is rename file path parameter in release REST API. So minor updates to our release API. We're simply changing the name from the field name from file path to direct asset path, something just a little bit more clear to understand and consistent with some of our other APIs and how file paths and asset paths are referred to. Okay, next one is download, install GitLab release binary by a private homebrew tab. So really, this is a use case super interesting where a lot of our customers and users are essentially downloading the release binaries that are published as part of a release and incorporating into whether it's another workflow or an easy integration with homebrew, just as part of like a more beyond the release workflow. And so what we want to do here is actually enable an authentication. Right now, if you try to do or navigate to a private project's release binary URL, it'll actually redirect you to a login. We want to be able to support actually authentication for this resource. All right, the next one is improve logging around resource group acquisition. So we haven't really been working on resource groups too much in the past few milestones, but one change that we can make pretty quickly and to help all of you that use resource groups today is improve the logging. And so oftentimes we hear questions about what resource or project or pipeline is actually taking up the resource group, just even adding simple logging information about when a group is acquired, success or failure, exceptions, and so on. We want to log that to be able to help you debug those resource group issues. All right, and the last one is some work around validating the environment tier field in all of the environments that are existing today. We're just doing this because we want to make sure this tier field is populated because it's actually a key part of enabling environments and being able to visualize deployment. So we're doing some backend and maintenance work to be able to make sure the migration is completed and that that field is populated throughout all of the environments that exist. Okay, so that's a quick summary of the highlights of the issues for engineering that we're working on. So you could check out more P1s, and then we have quite a few P2s and P3s. Also just note that 2 additional usability issues are scheduled for P2. And we're hoping to make as much progress towards that OKR as possible. All right, with that, I'll pass it over to Emily to talk about our design and user research work.
Awesome. So go ahead and share my screen. It's this one. Cool. So we have a few UX and research issues this milestone. My capacity is at 50% due to some PTO, so there's a little less in 15.9 than usual. So I just wanted to preface that before I went through the issues. So the first issue we're looking to tackle is currently right now when a approval rule is connected to a deployer or an approver group, and one of those is deleted, the approver rule is also deleted. So this issue is kind of to tackle that instance of this approval rule shouldn't be removed if you're removing a group or deployer, and there should be another experience to kind of let you know what is happening here. So this one, I know we've had some customer feedback on this being important, so we're scheduling it in first for the next milestone. The next 2 are related into the benchmarking study. This first one being creating a new tag is not clear on the new release page. We've had some feedback about this for quite some time. We also partially worked on this a little while back, but we're waiting on a new component to finalize it up. So looking to complete this usability one in 15.9 as well. Another benchmarking study we want to handle is link to environments from Project Home. Oh, this is an onboarding one. So link to environments from Project Home empty state. So this is if you don't have any environments, seeing if we can take advantage of the Project Home to kind of encourage you to set up environments through some sort of entry point there. So this will be an onboarding experiment we test out in that milestone. The next one is solution validation for deployment details page. This one, the solution validation is wrapping up in 15.8. So this is on the 15.9 board just to finish the synthesis and recommendations to move forward. The other stretch issue we have that is related to the benchmarking is allow users to preview the release evidence JSON file displayed from the release page. So like Chris mentioned, we have one where it opens up in a new tab. This one is being able to preview it directly on this page. So this is kind of a next iteration of that previous benchmarking. There is another research issue plan that doesn't currently have an issue, and that is going to be solution validation on the group level environments page that we've been working on. So we're looking to kick off that research issue in 15.9 as well. And I believe that is all from me.
Awesome. Thank you, Emily. Super excited about all the design and research work that we're doing. Looking forward to seeing the results there. And with that, that is our 15.9 release. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.